Hello, grade 9 students. Welcome sa ating video lessons. So, be glad, maging masaya tayo ngayon dahil tayo ay nasa last topic na ng ating module. So, week 8, ito ay ang tungkol sa page composition. So, this is our topic for today. Are you ready? So, let's start. So this is our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to first is determine the percentage composition of a compound given its chemical formula and vice versa. And two, define percentage composition. Alright, so watch this video for a short while. So again, welcome to our science class, grade 9 science class. So I am Mrs. Arbilin Q. Albano, your science teacher. Alright. So before we proceed to our new topic, let's have a short review of what we had last time. So what is molar mass? Anyone? Kindly post your answer on our chat box or sa ating messenger. Okay. Very good. The molar mass is the mass of a given chemical element or chemical compound. It's either chemical element or chemical compound in grams divided by the amount of substance, which is in mole, or the molar mass of a compound can be calculated by adding the standard atomic masses in gram per mole of the constituent atom. So, diniscuss na natin nung nakaraan kung paano pagkuha o pag-compute ng molar mass. Ayan, you just identify the number of atoms, then i-multiply ninyo sa atomic mass, and i-divide ninyo siya sa total molar mass. I-add nyo yung kanilang product. Again, to compute the molar mass is to identify first the number of atom in the element, then multiply it sa ating sa kanyang atomic mass. So yung atomic mass, makikita ninyo siya sa periodic table. And after that, you're going to add those product para makuha natin yung total molar mass. Alright. Let's proceed to our topic for today. It is about the percentage composition. Alright. So the percentage composition is the mass percentage of each type of atom in a compound. So, of atom or sa element. So, 'di ba pag sinabi in chemistry, ang element is a pure substance, no, consisting only of atoms that all have the same number of protons in their atomic nuclei. So, yung mga chemical elements cannot be broken into simpler substances by chemical means. So, yun po, kukunin natin ang percentage composition ng bawat element sa isang compound. Alright. So, grade 9, ito yung formula sa paghahanap in finding or computing or calculating the percentage composition of an element. So, percentage of element is equal to the mass of element divided by total mass of compound multiplied by 100. So, remember this formula. Again, this is the formula for computing the percentage composition. Percentage of element is equal to mass of element divided by total mass of compound multiplied by. Okay. So what are the materials needed in computing or calculating the percentage composition. These are the materials needed. The first one is periodic table. Bakit kailangan natin ng periodic table? Diyan kasi natin makikita or mahahanap yung atomic mass ng bawat element. So, hindi tayo manghuhula ng atomic mass. So, kailangan natin ng periodic table of elements. Next is the scientific calculator. Para hindi tayo mahirapan to compute and to get the exact answer in computing the percentage composition, and also the pen and paper. Okay, next. What are the steps in calculating percentage composition? First, you're going to compute the molar mass of the compound by adding up the masses of each atom in the compound. So, tinuruan ko na kayo on how to compute the molar mass of the compound. So, example, meron tayong compound na H2O. So, kailangan nyo munang hanapin yung molar mass ng water o ng H2O. Next, step 2. You're going to calculate the molar mass of the component in the compound for which you are solving. And step 3, you're going to divide the molar mass of the component by the total molar mass of the compound and multiply it by 100. So, alright, so let's have an example. So, we're going to calculate the percent by mass of nitrogen in campaign C8H10N4O2. So, grade 9, kailangan marunong tayong mag-analyze ng problem kasi merong mga problem na hindi na lahat naman ng element ay hahanapan natin ng percentage. So, ang kailangan lang natin, may mga problem na isa lang na element ang hahanapan ng percent by mass o ng composition. So, kailangan i-analyze natin ang problem. So, in this example, you're going to calculate the percent by mass of nitrogen only. Okay po? Ayan. Nitrogen lamang ang hahanapin natin sa compound na C8H10N4O2 o in short, campaign. Okay. So, what is the step 1? Step 1, again, compute the molar mass of the compound by adding up the masses of each atom in the compound. So, alam nyo na ang pag-compute ng molar mass. In molar mass, okay, you're going to write first the element. We have the carbon, this one, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. After that, identify the number of atoms. Carbon have 8 atoms. Hydrogens have 10 atoms, nitrogen have 4 atoms, and oxygen have 2 atoms. After that, identify the atomic mass of each element. So, we can found it or makikita ninyo itong atomic mass na to sa periodic table. So, kailangan talaga natin ng periodic table. Ano? So, makikita nyo itong atomic mass sa periodic table. So, carbon have 12.01, hydrogen have 1 gram, nitrogen have 14 gram per mole, and oxygen have 16 gram per mole. So, ito po ay atomic mass na makikita sa periodic table. So, after you identify the atomic mass, you're going to multiply the two. Multiply the number of atoms sa atomic mass. So, 8 multiplied by 12.01 is equal to 96.08. 10 multiplied by 1 is equal to 10 gram per mole. 4 multiplied by 14 is equal to 56 gram per mole. And 2 multiplied by 16 gram per mole is equal to 32 gram per mole. So, after you identify o makuha ang product ng bawat element, you're going to add. Pagsasamahin nyo sila. You're going to add this product. So, the answer will be 194.08 gram per mole. Okay? Step 2, calculate the molar mass of the component in the compound for which you are solving And step 3, divide the molar mass of the compound by the total number of, by total mass of a compound, then multiply by 100. So, ang hinahanap lang natin again ay nitrogen. Ayan o. Ang hinahanap lang po ay nitrogen. So, this is the formula. Ito. Kailangan tandaan ninyo itong formula. Percent of element is equal to mass of element divided by total mass of compound multiplied by 100. Okay. Ayan ang ating formula. So, ang hinahanap lang is the percent by mass of nitrogen. Okay. So, as you can see, ang the molar mass of nitrogen is 56 gram per mole. Okay? So, kung babalikan natin yung step 1, ang kanyang gram o ang kanyang molar mass is 56 gram per mole. I-divide natin siya sa total molar mass ng compound na 194 gram per mole. Then, i-multiply natin siya sa 100. So, again, this one is the molar mass of nitrogen. I-divide natin siya sa total molar mass ng compound. Then, after that, i-multiply natin siya sa 100. So, I will show you how. Okay? This is the calculator. Yan. Ayan ang calculator natin. Ano? So, we have 56.00. Ayan. Kita ba? O, 56.00. Ayan. 56.00 divide 194. Ayan. 194 is equal to 0.28. So, i-multiply natin yung answer sa 100. Ayan. Sa 100. So, the answer is 28.9%. So, i-round up na po natin siya. Okay? So, the percentage of nitrogen is 28.9. Next, let's have an example. Another, what is the percent composition of elements in H2O? So, in this problem, we're going to compute the percentage composition of elements sa H2O, meaning yung dalawang element ang hahanapan natin, the hydrogen and the oxygen. Make sure po yung final answer is in 2 decimal places. So again, this is our formula. So the first step, calculate the molar mass. Ayan po. So hydrogen and oxygen. Ang hydrogen ay merong 2 atoms, ang oxygen ay 1 atom. So, yung 2, i-multiply natin sa atomic mass na makikita ninyo sa periodic table. And 1, i-multiply natin sa atomic mass na 16 gram per mole. So, the answer is 2 multiplied by 1.01 is equal to 2.02. 1 multiplied by 16 is equal to 16. So, you just add the product. So the answer is 18.02. So the total molar mass of hydrogen and oxygen is 18.02. So now, after we identify the total molar mass, we're going to compute the percentage of each element. So hanapin na natin yung percentage ng hydrogen and oxygen. So, we're going to apply the formula for percentage composition. Percentage of hydrogen is equal to ang na-compute natin na molar mass is 2.02 gram per mole sa hydrogen. I-divide natin siya sa total molar mass, 18.02 gram per mole, multiplied by 100. Okay? So the answer will be 11.21% of hydrogen. So ito yung percentage composition ng hydrogen. Next, hahanapin naman natin yung percentage composition ng oxygen. So, ang 16 gram per mole ang mass ng element ng oxygen. We're going to divide it to 18.02, which is the total mass of compound. Multiply natin sa 100. The answer will be 88.79% of hydrogen. Okay? Then, after that, you're going to add the percentage composition. Okay? Reminders natin, you're going to add the percentage composition of hydrogen and oxygen. Pagsasamahin po natin sila. So, 11.21% plus 88.79% is 100%. So, the total percent composition of the compound, water or H2O, is 100%. So, kailangan po ang total composition ng compound ha, 2 or more elements yan, it should be 100% or pwedeng 99.99. Yan. So, it should be 100%. So, now, it's your turn to answer this problem. First, what is the percent composition of all the elements of glucose, which is, what you call this, a glucose, C6H12O6 in 2 decimal places. Okay, pag sinabing glucose, ito yung table sugar. Then, you're going to calculate the percent composition of copper sulfide, Cu2S. What is the percentage composition of potassium permanganate? The symbol is KMNO4. So, I will give you 2 minutes to answer these questions or problem. Or 3 minutes. And I will give you 3 minutes to answer these questions. Okay? Alright. Alright, so let's answer number 1. So, what is the percent composition of all the elements of glucose? C6H12O6. So, the final answer should be in 2 decimal places. So, the first step is you're going to compute the molar mass. So, ayan po yung molar mass ng carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Ang carbon ay it have 6 atoms, hydrogen have 12 atoms, oxygen have 6 atoms, this one. Alright? So, you're going to multiply sa ating atomic mass na makikita sa periodic table. So, 6 multiplied by 12.01 is equal to 72.06. Hydrogen, 1.01 gram per mole is equal to 12.12. 6 multiplied by 16 is equal to 96 gram per mole. Then after that, add all of this product. So the answer is 180 gram per mole. Okay? So now, we're going to apply the formula. So the percentage of carbon is equal to 72.06 gram per mole. Ito po yun. I-multiply or i-divide natin siya sa 180 gram per mole. This one, the total mass of a compound. Then multiply sa 100. The answer will be 39.99. So the percentage of hydrogen is equal to 12.12 gram per mole, which is the mass of element, and this one. I-divide natin siya sa 180 gram per mole, which is the total mass of the compound. So, multiply sa 100, the answer will be 6.73%. Next is the oxygen. Percentage of oxygen is equal to the mass of element, which is 96 gram per mole. Ito. I-divide natin siya sa 180.18, which is the total mass of compound. Multiply sa 100, the answer will be 53.28%. So, when you add these three, the answer will be 100%. The total percent composition of glucose is 100%. Next, the answer in number 2. Ayan. So, you're going to calculate the percent composition of copper sulfide. So, hanapin natin ang percent composition ng copper at saka ng sulfur. So, una, hanapin ulit natin ang molar mass. Ayan. So, ito ang molar mass o mass ng copper, mass ng sulfur, and total mass ng copper sulfide. So, first, the second step is you're going to compute the percentage composition of copper, this one, and the percentage composition of sulfur. Now, this one, 127.08 gram per mole, is the mass of element ng copper. Ayan. Divide natin siya sa total mass of the compound, which is 159.14 gram per mole. Multiplied by 100, the answer is 79.85. The next is for sulfur, is equal to 32.06 gram per mole. Ulitin ko, saan natin nakuha ito? Ito yung answer natin sa pag-compute ng molar mass ng sulfur. Dito. Ito po. Ayan. So, i-divide natin siya sa total mass of compound. This one ulit. So, yung answer, multiply natin sa 100. So, the answer will be 20.15. So, when you add the two percentage, the answer is, the total percent composition is also 100%. Next tayo, answer in number 3. Ayan, isa-isay natin ha. So, what is the percent composition of potassium permanganate? So, this one, we have the symbol K, potassium, Mn, magnesium, okay, then O, oxygen. So, ilan ang atom ng potassium? 1, kasi wala siyang number dito. So, automatic it is 1. Mn or Mn is 1. And 4 is the oxygen. So, multiply natin sila sa atomic mass na makikita sa periodic table. The answer is 39.01. 24.30 multiplied by 1 is 24.30 then. So, 4 times 16, the answer is 64. Then, i-add natin sila. The total mass is 127.39 gram per mole. So, i-apply na natin itong formula na ito para hanapin natin ang percentage composition. So, percent of potassium. So, mass of element is 39.09 gram per mole. Dito natin makikita. Dito. Divide the total mass of compound, this one, times 100, the answer is 30.69. So, si percentage of Mn, 24.30, i-divide natin sa 127.39. The answer is 19.07. And percentage of oxygen, 64 gram per mole, divide 127.39. multiply natin sa 100, the answer is 50.24. So, ang total percent composition ay 100%. Okay? Tama ba kayo lahat? Alright. So, now, this is your activity at home. So, you're going to identify or compute the percent composition of all the elements in the compound of PbCl2. Alright? So, if you have any questions, i-chat nyo lang ako or mag-comment sa ating chat box. So, that is our lesson for today. Thank you so much for listening. See you sa susunod nating video lesson. Bye!